good afternoon, and welcome back for the second segment of today's show on March 23rd. We are here for the Guy Dawson Show on WCOBM.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media. If you would like to contact Guy Dawson for any of your PR needs with Classy Communications, feel free to reach out to him at 702-845-6129, and we also have a website, classycommunications.net. Today, it is my special honor to introduce Mr. Curtis Helt. He's doing some wonderful things for the Las Vegas community and for folks who are experiencing cancer. And so he is excited to come and talk to us about that today. My name's Corintha Turvalon, and we're excited to interview you. How are you doing today, Curtis?
I'm doing really well, Corinth. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're happy to talk to you about this. We love to talk to folks who are doing wonderful things and supporting the Las Vegas community, as always. So with that, could you please talk to us about your high-performance leadership?
It's part of my Toastmasters. I've been a Toastmaster now for 5 years. And one of the things that is needed in Toastmasters is to do something positive for the community. So for mine, I have chosen to raise $1,000 or more for the American Cancer Society through the Relay for Life. The reason I chose them is that the American Cancer Society provides education and counseling for all who need it, and they help develop new treatments each year for cancer patients.
That is excellent. We've talked to different guests on this show about different illnesses and different things, and that is actually a cause that's really close to my heart because of the work that I do with an organization called Special Spaces. Not sure if you've heard of it. You may have. And we help renovate bedrooms for children who have terminal illnesses, and most times, every single one we've talked to and the ones that I've been involved with have been childhood cancer.
Wow.
So it's definitely something that is near and dear to my heart, definitely. So can you talk to us about your event, Relay for Life? What is it?
It's a 5-kilometer run that will happen on April the 21st. I have 3 runners that are going to be running, as far as I know, and things do change, but nonetheless, I have 3 runners, and if you would like to sponsor them or come and help them down at UNLV, you can contact me through my email address, which is fightcancerhpl2017@gmail.com. Or you can go onto my Facebook. There's 2 Facebooks. One of them is a picture of just me. The other one is myself and my girlfriend. And I put the one up with just me for the fighting cancer.
Excellent. And let's go ahead and we're going to spell your name so that folks on Facebook can get a hold of you. So it's Curtis Helt, Curtis, last name Helt, Helt, on Facebook. And you want to look up Curtis Helt in Las Vegas. And you want to click on the Facebook where it's him by himself.
That is correct. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. What made you choose UNLV?
Well, they've been around since I've been in Las Vegas. I've been here 30 years, and I've still got an old jacket from them that I seen at my very first basketball game, the Running Rebels. And
oh, yes.
I have had that forever, and I loved the campus. The people were great. My son took guitar lessons there through one of the teachers. So it was a marvelous thing.
Absolutely, and it's wonderful that UNLV is one of those places where they do a lot of support for the community, and this is one of the ways that they're doing that for sure.
Oh yes.
By hosting this, and then so I did want to talk to you about Toastmasters. So how did you meet Guy?
My best friend Norma Tanner. She's a feisty little 83-year-old lady. She said to me one day, "Come, we're having an open house at Toastmasters." What is Toastmasters? She says, "It's public speaking." And I'm like, I don't think so. And she says, "Come on, you'll enjoy it, or you're going to get a black eye." So naturally, I came. And my very first meeting, Guy Dawson was there. He was the general evaluator. I was never more impressed with somebody than I was with Guy. It was incredible at what he did. He ran the evaluation portion of the meeting. He told what could be better. He told what went extremely well. And I thought, man, if I could relate to people just 10% of what that man can do, I would accomplish a mountain.
Absolutely. Guy Dawson is definitely someone who, of course, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be on this show. I wouldn't be getting such great experience with broadcast. And for you, it sounds like, that mentoring and the help within Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a wonderful organization. If you're looking to improve your public speaking skills, or if you're deathly afraid of public speaking, which I know I was.
Glossophobia is huge.
Yes, absolutely. I would not be here today, and I wouldn't be able to be on television speaking confidently if it wasn't for a program like Toastmasters.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you wouldn't be either, so we're happy to have you. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Oh, yes. I wish our politicians would get on there. I couldn't tell you how many times you count all the ums, ahs. So
Yes.
just answer the question.
Yes.
Leave the filler crap out.
It's hysterical to me because they have folks who are incredible speakers. I mean, on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, all different parties, and they're wonderful speakers. But as a Toastmaster, you hear the ahs and you hear the ums, and you're like, it's just aggravating when you're on your couch at home being the evaluator.
You're going to be dinging that bell every time.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Too funny. But yeah, let's get back to talking about Relay for Life and sort of your motivation behind what, you've talked about it a little bit here already, but what was the motivation behind you organizing such a wonderful event?
My grandfather was very inspirational in my life. He was a 220-pound, 6-foot-tall lumberjack. He was a tough customer. And one day while we were playing, he played the violin a lot. And he was sitting out under the cottonwood tree playing, and we were singing. And he started coughing, and up comes some blood. He went down and seen the doctor, and it was lung cancer. They peeled some of the lung out. You're going to make a full recovery, Mr. Walker, no problem. It had metastasized and ended up into his pancreas and his liver. He went from 220 pounds, a man that, he could run up a mountain. He could jump rope longer than I ever seen anyone, to a 140-pound vegetable. He couldn't get out of bed. And his last week, he said, I don't even want you kids here watching this. Go travel. He was a proud man, and he was very kind. And to see a death like that, it's horrible. Nobody should do that. And I don't care who you are. I don't hate you enough to see that.
Absolutely. It's truly devastating. And there's been some other folks who have been close to you in your life, I know, that have sort of inspired and motivated you to do a wonderful job of supporting such a great cause. What made you pick the American Cancer Society in general?
In general, they help so much. 75% of what they take in goes to the people who are patients and needing help.
Wow.
Most charities, and I've seen lots of them out there with 60 to 70% is kept, and 40%, maybe a little less, goes out. And these guys, they put it back out there where it belongs. Now, I understand the 25% because certain things like this Relay for Life, that costs money.
Yes.
So they've got to do that. You can't just take it out of your pocket, have everybody do it, and you go broke trying. It ain't going to work. So naturally, some of the money has to come back out for this.
Definitely. It's wonderful that you are able to help them out. So you have a goal of $1,000, but obviously we're hoping to raise much more than that.
I would not kick if there was 100,000 sitting in that pile. I would be thrilled to death.
Absolutely. So, folks, if you want to support such a wonderful cause, and even if you don't want to run in the race yourself, the Relay for Life, you don't have to run. You can just donate money. You can donate time. Make sure that you contact and reach out to our friend Curtis Helt here, either on Facebook or through email, and he will be happy to help you and in terms of getting you involved. So
yes.
I'm so excited that you're here because I feel like there's not enough awareness of causes like this, and not enough awareness just in general. I think about what you see in the mainstream media and what's out there on the news, and they're not talking to people like you who are, creating such wonderful events to help people with cancer. So I love the fact that you're here and you're talking to us about it. Do you feel like your involvement with Toastmasters, talk to us about that, because you're doing some pretty impressive things. I don't even want to say things, because that's not how you should address what you're doing in Toastmasters.
Mostly I have a lot of goals.
Yes.
And I want to help people all over.
Yes.
Right now I'm mentoring one young lady and one elderly lady in Toastmasters. Both of them with a little bit of humor, and the young one, it's going to be her first speech tomorrow night, and I'm helping her to get through that. I've learned to do for myself, and I'm learning also to help others to do. The Cancer Society project, I'm very highly motivated because of many friends and family that I've lost. And I've read up on them, and it was just the right project. It merged well with what I needed to do for me.
Definitely. It sounds like it. So you've also we have a lot of Toastmaster viewers. So if you would like to speak about kind of the accomplishments that you've got going on in terms of, the bronze and the...
Well, I started off with my very first speech called The Icebreaker.
Yes.
And the reality was my whole speech just about was, well, I was terrified. And you know what? The Toastmasters group helped bring me up. They didn't just tell me what could be improved upon. They told me what I did well.
Yes.
You looked sharp. Your notes, you kept them at a distance. They told me the things I did good. And then they told me 2 things that I could improve. And then gave me more of what I did good. They didn't overload me with interesting items to improve. They just told me 2. And I improved those. Then the next speech went on to 2 more. And it has been a marvelous relationship since. I really fell in love with Toastmasters.
Oh yes, that's an easy relationship to fall in love with, that's for sure.
It is.
And and forgive me for laughing, I'm just thinking back to my own icebreaker speech. And I mean, it was a miracle I didn't throw up. I mean, you can completely relate to what I'm talking about. If you are deathly afraid of public speaking, and I know a lot of us are out there, it's just giving that icebreaker speech is extremely difficult, and to get through it.
It was.
It's a feat. And it takes bravery, and it takes courage, and I love to see that you didn't just stop there. You kept going with your progress, you kept going with your involvement with Toastmasters, and you're using your involvement with Toastmasters and using that high performance leadership to really do wonderful things for the community in terms of organizing this Relay for Life race. We're very excited about that. Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about in terms of your vision and your core values?
My vision is quite literally to help gather funds in order to wipe cancer off the face of the earth. I want to send it by way of smallpox, extinct. That is my true vision.
Definitely.
Now, for core values, we listen to understand. We're responsive to each other regardless of our level in the project. So it's just, I don't care if you're a runner, I don't care if you're one of my advisors, all of us are listened to equally. We honor our commitments. If we say we're going to do something, don't have to think we might. It'll be done. Bet it. And we acknowledge and reward all achievements.
That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I think those are great to live by regardless of what you're doing.
They are.
Those are pretty universal in terms of, what I'm doing with, broadcasting and how I conduct myself with school and everything, and, everything that you're doing with Toastmasters and leadership there, and definitely with this race Relay for Life. Can you remind the folks, Curtis, how to get a hold of you in case they want to run in the race, in case they want to donate, in case they want to donate their time? How can folks support that?
My Facebook page, Curtis Helt, and it's the one with just me. I think it's only got one picture on it right now. And then there's a spot up there. I repost it continually about the event. You can come in, you can donate, and the money goes directly to the American Cancer Society. It doesn't go to me, and you donate directly to them. Or you can help me with the work at UNLV. There's going to be a run there. We could use people helping with the water to make sure the runners are hydrated, to set up. There's so much that needs to be done, and there's so much that I want to get done. And a lot of it is for people that you probably know.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's interesting to me, but it's sad how many people are affected by this. You know, cancer is one of those things where it's hugely prevalent now as part of our lives in terms of how it's affecting our family and friends. And it's wonderful to see someone like you who's doing their very best to literally eradicate cancer. I loved how you put that. That is, I think if more of us started saying that, then it would be a possibility. I think a lot of the mentality and the thought out there is that it's uncurable. How can we deal with this? It's uncurable. All we can do is just go through treatments and hope and pray for the best. But I love your attitude about it, that you're like, no, this can be eradicated. This can be cured. And I love that.
Wherever there is a lock, there is a key. And I believe that very fully. God didn't give us a mind so that we could say, well, geez, there's nothing we can do. We can figure it out.
Definitely. I fully agree with you there, my friend. So do you have anything else that you'd like to touch on in terms of folks that you could actually use for the race? So if folks are interested in donating their time, how would they be helping you out with the April 21st race?
They can contact me directly at fightcancerhpl2017@gmail.com and let me know what you would like to do. Would you like to support a runner? Would you like to sponsor a runner? If you would like to be a runner, I am not going to say no if my team grows to 10,000. I would love every moment of it.
Absolutely.
Because I want to conquer this, and I need your help to do it. I can't do it all by myself, but I can do it with help.
For sure. And as you mentioned earlier, I think it's interesting because I've been to different races. I've ran in different races in the past, and it really is, when you run, it's not just the registration booth. There's so much more that's involved in it. There's, the tags, and then, as people are running, like you said, just passing out water. That's a whole job in and of itself, where I've seen several people at those stations. So, don't feel out there that, oh, well, I don't know what I could do to contribute, even if it's just my time. Talk to Curtis, because there's lots you can do, and lots of areas where he could definitely plug you in to help out with this race, for sure. And this is going to be happening, Relay for Life at UNLV, April 21st at 9 a.m. Is that correct? And is it starting at 9 a.m. or is that like opening ceremonies?
That's, I believe, the opening ceremony.
Okay.
I wish I could answer that more truthfully. I don't know for certain, but I think it is opening ceremonies. I don't care if you're sitting in a wheelchair and you absolutely have nothing except your head to move. If you're quadriplegic, you can come out and yell, "Go! Come on, go!" Believe me, you can inspire somebody.
Oh, yes.
Everybody can do something there.
Definitely.
I don't care who you are. Come and help me.
For sure. You make a good point there, because it was interesting. Every race that I have been in, it's been those moments where someone has been there, either one or a few more people, kind of just yelling and cheering. It's the weirdest experience, but it's so exhilarating to hear complete strangers just cheering you on. It's a huge motivator. It makes you want to complete the race and feel like you've made an accomplishment. You can be proud of yourself for doing that, which is another reason that you should think about running in this race.
Absolutely.
So, folks, we want to thank you again for joining us here at the Guy Dawson Show. Curtis, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you talking to us today about Relay for Life, April 21st at 9 a.m. at UNLV. Reach out to him if you're interested in donating, supporting, or becoming a runner yourself. My name's Corintha Turvalon, and that is all we have for the show today. Thank you for joining us.